Your card keeps getting declined on Facebook ads. You've tried 3 different cards. You've called your bank, you've Googled it, it is still failing. I'm going to solve this for you right now because this is the #1 question I get from Nigerian advertisers, and the answer has changed significantly in 2026. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes. Now, why do Nigerian cards fail on Meta? See, before I show you what works, let me explain why cards fail. Because if you understand the reason, you'll fix it faster. Now, there are 3 main reasons a Nigerian card fails on Meta ads. The reason 1 is that international transactions are blocked by default. Most Nigerian banks disable online international transaction on new cards, so you have to turn it on manually in your banking app or at the branch. Reason 2, your card type isn't supported. Meta accepts Visa card, MasterCard, and Verve, but not all Nigerian Verve cards work on international platforms. Visa and MasterCard Naira debit cards from major Nigerian banks are your safest bet. Now, reason 3, Meta's fraud detection flagged your account. And this usually happens when multiple cards are tried on the same account in a short period. Meta system is going to interpret this as suspicious activity and is going to block payment attempts temporarily. Knowing which of these 3 is your problem tells you exactly which one to fix. Now, let's talk about the step-by-step fix. Now, let me walk you through the full payment setup. First, go to your ads manager, click the menu icon and select billing and payment method. Now you see a button that says add payment method. Click it. For a Naira prepaid account, this is what I recommend you should do, especially when you're a Nigerian advertiser that is starting out. What you want to use is a prepaid ad account. Now, when you click on add payment method, you would only just have to use the pay by bank transfer method. Now, this method is by far the safest method to add payment to a Naira prepaid account. Now, make sure that you are not adding a debit or credit card to this Naira prepaid card. Once you do, what is going to happen is that Meta is going to try to automatically take money from the card and also try to take money from the funded account. Now, when you use a Naira prepaid ad account, what you are using is that you are funding a wallet. So you don't necessarily need to have a debit card on that same prepaid account again. So just always use the pay by bank transfer method every time you need to add money to your wallet, and you can run your ads and Meta will deduct from that wallet. It is that very simple. Now, let's talk about virtual cards. Do they even really work? I'm sure you've probably seen people recommending dollar virtual cards for Facebook adverts, cards like Cheaper Cash, Gray, GPay, a lot of other platforms. Do they work really? Yes, they work. But there are 2 things you need to know. First is that you're funding with a dollar currency, and that means that you are going to consider the conversion rate. The second thing is that Meta is getting stricter when it comes to virtual card usage. So some of these virtual cards accounts, they can get flagged and restricted, especially when you have to consistently use different virtual cards every time on the same business manager account. Now, here is my recommendation. Start with a Naira prepaid account using the bank transfer method. It is by far the most stable, the most affordable, the least likely to cause any account issue. What do you do if your ad account is disabled due to payment? The first thing is, if your account gets disabled specifically because of payment failure, it's not a policy issue. So what you need to do is to go to the business support home in your business manager, look for the problem or the payment related flag. Usually, update your payment method to a working one first, then make sure to submit an appeal and explain that the payment issue has been resolved, and usually sometimes they might just reinstate you. Now, Meta usually reinstates payment-related disablement once a valid payment method is confirmed. That is everything you need to know about funding your Facebook ad account as a Nigerian advertiser in 2026. Naira debit card, make sure to enable international transactions, use a manual payment, use the pay by bank transfer option. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I usually will post practical videos like this every week. Make sure to check the link in the description for my Meta Ads Playbook course. I'll see you guys in the next one.